हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ गणानाहं त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानश्चिन्वन्नूतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्परां। श्रीशङ्कराचार्यस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
नमस्ते महोदय। कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
महर्षयः पूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तथा मद्भावा मानसा जाताः येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः।
गुड।
श्रीमती भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
एता विबुधि योगञ्च मम यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः सोऽविकम्पेन योगेन युज्यते नात्र संशयः।
गुड।
गुरुमूर्ति महोदय।
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवः मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां स्वभावः समन्विताः।
गुड।
राजेश्वरी शिवशंकर भगिनी।
नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते।
मच्चित्ता मद्गत प्राणाः बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्त च।
रमन्ति च तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च।
तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च।
गुड। सेकंड लाइन अगेन।
कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च।
गुड।
हे ललिता भगिनी।
यस सर। तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगन्तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते।
गुड।
काश्मीरा भगिनी।
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजन्तमः नाशयामि यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता।
गुड।
लक्ष्मी बीवी भगिनी।
अर्जुन उवाच परं ब्रह्म परं धाम पवित्रं परमं भवान् पुरुषं शाश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवमजौ विभुम्।
गुड।
विजयलक्ष्मी आर भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
आहुस्त्वां ऋषयः सर्वे देवर्षिर्नारदस्तथा आसीदो देवलो व्यासः स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषि मे।
गुड।
श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते।
सर्वमेतद्धृतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव न हि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवानदानवाः.
Good. We have taken this also, no? 15 also we have completed yesterday, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्तत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावन भूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते.
Good. So we'll go to today's few shlokas.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Vaktumarhasya sheshena
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण
दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः
दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूत्ययः दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Good. Next.
Sorry, I'm in mute. Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान्
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान्
इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि
इमां स्वव्याप्य निष्ठसि इमां स्वव्याप्य निष्ठसि
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य निष्ठसि.
Good.
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Good.
Shanti Badri Bhagini.
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि
ह्याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्थौव्याप्यधिष्ठसि ह्याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्थौव्याप्यतिष्ठसि.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
Yes, sir. वक्तुर्मर्हस्य शेषेण sorry sir, 1 second. वक्तुर्महस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः वक्तुर्महस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
It's not vaktur. It is vaktum arhasya aseshena. Vaktumarhasya. Not vaktur mahasya. Vaktumarhasya sheshena.
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Correct. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
Second line, 2 times.
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमांस्त्वव्याप्य तिष्ठति याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमांस्त्वव्याप्य तिष्ठति.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Shloka.
Srimati Bhagini. Sri Lakshmi Bhagini.
Yes. Both the lines, sir?
Yeah, full shloka.
Okay. Vakturmarhasya शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिर्भिलोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि.
Repeat again.
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिर्भिलोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि.
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान्.
याभिर्विभूतिर्भिलोकान्.
Lokan. Here there. Birlokan.
याभिर्विभूतिर्भिलोकान्.
It is primarily yabihi vibhutibihi lokan. Yabihi vibhutibihi. There are 3 different words. Yabihi
याभिर्विभूतिर्भिर्लोकानि. लोकान्.
Yabihi and vibhutibihi, when they join, the ir will come. The colon will go away. It become yabir vibhuti birlokan.
Okay, sir. Yabhirvibhurtirlokani. Lokan. It is there as lokani, sir, in the book. So it coming
Lokani, okay, but we are now splitting it, no?
Yeah, yes.
The book it would have been like Yabhir vibhuti birlokani mamstam vyapya tishtati. That in and e becomes ni, but here we are splitting it into a pada. So you have to say Yabhir vibhuti birlokan. That e should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall I repeat, sir?
Yes, yeah.
Yabhirvibhutirbilokan.
Birlokan.
Yabhirvibhutibhirlokan. Imam tvam vyapya tishtasi. Yabhirvibhutibhirlokan. Imam tvam vyapya tishtasi.
Good.
Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, good.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्वव्याप्य तिष्ठसि.
Good.
Gurumurti Mahodaya.
Yes, sir. Vaktum arhasya sheshena divya hyatma vibhudayah yabir vibhuti birlokan mamstav vyapya tishtasi.
Good. Vaktum arhasya is correct, but you have to chant it as a compound word. Vaktum arhasya.
Okay.
Im plus a becomes ma. Vaktum arhasya sheshena divya hyatma vibhutayah. Okay. Just a small change. That's it. Whatever you chanted is correct.
Okay, sir.
But the im plus a becomes ma. Vaktum arhasya, vaktum arhasya. Yeah, next.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
भक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्याह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्तव्याप्य तिष्ठसि.
Good. Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
भक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वव्याप्य निष्टसि
तिष्ठसि इमां स्वौ व्याप्य तिष्ठसि
इमा इमां त्वव्याप्य तिष्ठसि
तिष्ठसि not the ti तिष्ठसि
तिष्ठसि
ta first ta titili
तिष्ठसि
yeah. Second line again
याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्वव्याप्य तिष्ठसि.
okay so we'll go to the meaning of this shloka so yes Arjuna after hearing everything about the glories of Bhagavan in this chapter 7 and also other things. And also Bhagavan has explained some of those things up to the shloka number 11. Subsequent to that, Arjuna is praising Bhagavan. No, he just praising Bhagavan in these few slokas. And then he says that I have to hear it from your own mouth because he felt, if you look at the earlier shloka 15, Swayameva Atmana Atmanam Vetatvam Purushottamam. So he says that Swayameva Atmana Atmanam. You yourself should tell about yourself. Swayam, you should only do that. And I want to hear it from you only because there's always a kind of a limitation in terms of anybody's understanding on Bhagavan or anybody's understanding on oneself. If you ask somebody to ask me, if I have to ask someone to introduce one of you in this particular group, you will have a limitation in knowing them fully. So best thing is that we can tell them, you introduce yourself. We would like to hear from you because they know them better than anybody else. So Arjuna now tells that I have heard from Asitaha, Vyasaha, all the Maharshi, everything I have heard. Even Vyasa had also appreciated you and he has talked about your glories. But now, Krishna, I want to understand and hear the glories from you only because you will know your glories much better than others because they are all limited. They will not be able to know you fully. So you please tell me, and you are the Bhuta Bhavana, you are the creation creator of everybody, Bhuta Ishaha, you are sustainer of everybody, Deva Devaha, you are the God of gods, Jagat Pathe, you are the person who is the master of the universe. So you yourself please tell about yourself. That's what he has now told. So he is slowly now building up a case for asking for more from Lord Krishna. Now in this shloka, what he is telling, Vaktum arhasya aseshena. Aseshena means completely. The sesha is a word that is used very frequently in some of the houses. They say that this is a sesham food, which means it is used up. We'll not touch it or something like that. We got some practice in some of the houses. Sesham means leftover. It is not full, complete. Asesham means full, complete. So Vaktum means narration. Vaktum arhasya sheshana means completely narratable. You only have got Divya ki Atma Vibhutaya. You are only capable of complete. He is asking, you have to now tell me about your divine and great glories, Atma Vibhutaya, Vaktum Arhasya Sheshena. You are only supposed to tell me completely of your own glories. Yabihi Vibhutivihi. By knowing those glories, I would like to know, what is that he wants to know? Tvam Imam Lokan, this entire universe, all the lokas, Imam Lokam, Tvam Vyapya Tishtasi. You have pervaded the entire three worlds, entire universe. So I would like to know from you only how you have been able to pervade all these lokas. I want you to talk to me about that. So now, if you look at this particular sloka, no, he is telling that I would like to hear from you. And one of the things that why he is asking for that is that everybody will have their own choice of liking. Okay. And secondly, he would like to have the full laundry list of what is available as Bhagavan's glory, Aseshayana. And then he thought he will pick up one of those things as his alambanam, as the one with which he is going to meditate about Bhagavan. By meditating on that particular thing that he likes the most, he would like to pray God and then reach out across to him. So that is what his expectation is. He says that you tell me everything. Like when you go to the hotel, you say that you please bring me the menu card. I want to see what all you have. Then I'll say, I would like to have masala dosa, this. That's what we say. But I won't have menu card. If you have only that fellow is offering only idli and vada, many people may not go there. They say, why we know that he has got only idli and vada, I will not go there. Whereas some other people, when they go to a restaurant, they say, I want to see the menu. Before I want to see the entire thing, then I'll pick up what I want. So similarly, he is telling that you please tell me the entire list of your glories completely. And then I will decide as to what I will take and then go ahead with it. So he wants the Bhagavan to tell the entire thing. Why does he want to have this kind of information? He would like to have one thing that is going to be appealing to him, a few things that is going to appeal to him in terms of the glories of Bhagavan, on which he wants to use it as a alambanam, or that particular fulcrum on which he wants to hold on and then meditate upon God. For example, some of us would like to have Ganesha to be worshipped upon. No, we are fine. We like to worship Ganesha. Somebody will say, I would like to worship Hanuman. Somebody will say, I would like to worship Rama. So each one will have their own taste. If I ask you, which is the one that you want to, which chapter of Bhagavad Gita is appealing to you, each one will have different types of acceptance. Somebody will say 3, somebody will say Karma Yoga, somebody will say Jnana Yoga, somebody will say Vibhuti Yoga, like that it will go on. So each one has got their own taste. So he says that you please tell me everything. Aseshena Hyatma Vibhutaya. Now, when you make a statement like completely, what is complete? If I ask you to give a number, all the numbers completely, I want to hear all the numbers from you completely. It is possible to do that? No. Whichever number you say, I'll add one more. So if you want to talk about Bhagavan's glory, it is not possible to talk about Bhagavan's glory. Anyhow, Arjuna is now asking that, I want to know everything. But primarily, why is he asking for it? Is he is trying to have one alambana on which he would like to do upasana of meditation. And why do you want to do this meditation? Now, this is one of the important things that so far, if you look at all of us, most of us, I will not say all of us, most of the people will say that we are devoted to Bhagavan when we go to the altar in the house, or we go to the temple in the evening and then we become, bhakti will be there at that particular point in time. And we feel that only there God is there. When I go to the Ganesha temple, I find Bhagavan is only there. And then when I go there only, Bhagavan is there. So we have, initially we all start off with Eka Rupa Bhakti. There will be one Ganesha, there will be one Rama, there will be one Shivalingam. So we have Eka Rupa Bhakti. Now, from Eka Rupa Bhakti, what happens with this particular thing, but knowing the glories of Bhagavan is that Eka Rupa Bhakti can become Aneka Rupa Bhakti. Yeah, because everything is a manifestation of God. So that is the next level of understanding and appreciating Bhagavan. From Eka Rupa, you go to Aneka Rupa. From Aneka Rupa Bhakti, it has got to transform into Nirguna Bhakti, that is Arupa Bhakti. There should not be any kind of thing. Arupam, because everything is manifestation. So the manifestation has come from some Arupam, that is Brahman. So we need to have the Arupa Bhakti, but Arupa Bhakti is very, very difficult for us to get. So the first stage is from Eka Rupa Bhakti, Aneka Rupa Bhakti. So Aneka Rupa Bhakti, you are looking at the manifestations of Bhagavan in all the forms. So then you pick and choose. So by choosing one of them, you use that as an alambanam, and praying to that, the finite thing that you pray, you would like to reach out into the infinite, that is Nirguna Brahman. So that is the understanding. So we are now graduating from Eka Rupa Bhakti to Aneka Rupa Bhakti. Okay. Now, if you look at Eka Rupa Bhakti, what is going to be the limitations of that? Only when I go to the Swami room in my house, I'll be able to get Bhakti. When I go to a temple, I get Bhakti. That is Eka Rupa Bhakti. Supposing I get the Aneka Rupa Bhakti, I find that everything is the glory of Bhagavan, then what happens is that anytime it's not necessary I have to go to Swami room to puja room to have a prayer. It doesn't mean that I have to go to temple to have a prayer. Anytime, anywhere, I am in a presence of Bhagavan. And anytime, anywhere, I can be devoted. Anytime, anywhere, I'll be having a bhakta. So you become a kind of Nitya Bhakta. Yeah, Satata Yuktanam. That is what will happen. So that is what Bhagavan is telling, that ultimately you need to move from Eka Rupa to Aneka Rupa to Nirguna Brahman. So that is what is the method of going. Okay. So he is now asking Bhagavan to give a complete list of his divine glories, the magnificence of Bhagavan, the extraordinary glory of Bhagavan. He says, please give me the entire list of glories. Okay. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Begini.
आम्
कतौ विद्यामहै योगिन्
कतौ विद्यामहै योगिन् कतौ विद्यामहै योगिन्
त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
कथौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
कतौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् कतौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
नेक्स्ट
Shanti Badri Bagini.
Yes, sir.
केषु केषु च भावेषु
केषु केषु च भावेषु केषु केषु च भावेषु
चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
Sri Lakshmi Bagini.
नेक्स्ट
Yes, sir.
कथौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
कथं विद्यामहं योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् कथं विद्यामहं योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
You can say कथौ विद्यामहै योगिन् कथौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
कथं विद्यामहं योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् कथं विद्यामहं योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
नेक्स्ट
Vijay Lakshmi R Bagini.
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
Vijay Lakshmi Bagini. Kashmira Bagini.
Yes, Bhagavad.
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
Good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bagini.
First line 2 times.
कथं विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् कथं विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन्
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bagini.
Second line 2 times.
केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
Good. Next.
K. Lalita Bagini.
Full shloka.
Yes, sir. कथौ विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया।
Good. Next.
Lakshmi Bibi Bagini.
तथौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bagini.
कथौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
Good. Next.
Bhanureka Bagini.
कतौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bagini.
कतौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bagini.
ततौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
One person.
Anupama Bhatt Bagini.
कथौ विद्यामहयोगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया.
Good. So here Arjuna is saying to Lord Krishna, Yogin. Yogin means he's addressing Krishna as all-powerful, mighty Lord. Yogin. Sada Parichintayan. I have to keep thinking about, we have to keep thinking about you always. Sada Parichintayan. Okay, then he says, Katam Vidyamaham Tvam. How do we understand you, or how do I know you? Keshu Keshu ja bhaveshu, in which all objects. Keshu Keshu means by which kinds of objects, by which kinds of the worldly manifestation that you got. Chintyosi, I have to think about you. Bhagavan, oh by God. Maya, by me. He is telling, oh Lord Krishna, the yogin, powerful, mighty Lord, Sada Parichintayan. I have to start, I have to think about you always. Okay. How do I know in which all ways, which all manifestations of you? Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu khatam vidyamaham. How do I know which all way? You please tell me. Chintyosi. How do I think about you? Bhagavan, you are the Bhagava. Maya, by me. So how do I think about you in the different manifestations that you have, different glories that you have? How do I start thinking about those kinds of things? Here again, the intention of Arjuna is to find out some of the kinds of glories of Bhagavan with which he'll be able to get attracted and connected. If you look at that way, no, everything is the glory of Bhagavan. I think all of you have come to that understanding now that whatever we have in this entire creation is all glories of Bhagavan. Even if you look at the human body, it's a glory of Bhagavan. We do not know our own human body. We find that heart beautifully starts pumping blood right from the time we are born. It is happening. We do not know the power of our legs till such time somebody has got paralysis and then he is lying in the hospital. Then you look at that person, he does not have that. That's a glory. That person struggles, he spends lakhs and lakhs of rupees to get that small glory of the legs to be moved. Physiotherapists, they are trying to see how they can revive that. Similarly, if you ask a blind people, the glory of eyesight will be known. If you are going to check up with the deaf person, you know the glory of ears. So it is all called Laukika glories, which we are all taking it for granted. We feel that it is all given. We only realize the problem when these kinds of things that we have taken for granted starts giving us trouble till such time the glory is not understood. that is all glories only. If you look at that way, we are able to talk. I am able to talk, you are able to hear, we are able to understand. It's all glories of Bhagavan. But the moment somebody is going to have, now all of you are able, so I hear that many of you are going in for your recitation classes. You are able to memorize and then recite the Bhagavad Gita yourself. Then there is a glory, there are persons suffering from dementia. They are not able to remember the city where they are living. They ask him, where are you living? He is struggling to find out which city he is living. But there is a dementia. So we take the brain for granted, we take the kidneys for granted, we take the livers for granted, we take everything for granted, and there's all glories over. So of course, let us not look into that. But now we are not going to be starting to meditate upon these kinds of glories that we have. We're not going to think of the heart and meditate. In fact, in Taittiriya Upanishad also, there is a kind of meditation where they say that you have to meditate on the glories of each part of your body. Yayevam Veda, it says that, and then you have to say, Karmeti Hasta Yoho, you have to start meditating upon the hands which are able to do work. And then Gatiriti Pada Yoho, the legs which are able to move. You have to think about that. How is the leg moving? Which is the what is the kind of glory I have? And then Vimuktiriti Pa Yoho. He also says that there's an excretion organ in the body which excretes out things every day, dirty things every day. And we all think lowly of that. But Bhagavan says, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, it says that we have to also look at that. The power of that particular glory of that we'll come to know only when somebody has to go to the restroom 25 times, or when somebody is suffering from a constipation, then only we know the power and glory of certain things. So everything is a glory. We cannot think something is a lowly glory, something is a highly glory. But the human mind always goes for beautiful and attractive things. So if you, in one of the things that I was reading, if you ask somebody to think about the beautiful animal or beautiful things, he may think of elephant, baby elephant, etc. It's very easy for them to think about and then brood on that and meditate upon as a form of Bhagavan. But if you look at that way, they say that even cockroach is a creation by Bhagavan. If you say that you meditate on cockroach, people will run away. So if you look at that way, everything is the creation of Bhagavan. But at the end of the day, there are certain things which appeal to us. There are certain things which are attractive to us. There are certain things towards which we gravitate in terms of accepting and then meditating upon. So he is now trying to understand from Bhagavan which all ways, those kinds of glories through which I can understand and then I'll be able to meditate upon. Though everything is his manifestation, and nothing is beyond manifestation. This Masana is also a manifestation, a birthday party is also a manifestation, a person struggling in the hospital is also a manifestation of Bhagavan. Everything is manifestation. But we are not able to accept the Masana. We are able to accept a partying time of thing, the kind of happiness we are able to accept. So he is only telling that which is the kind of thing that I need to start identifying the alambanam for me on which I can meditate upon. So, Keshu Keshu Bhaveshu Chintyosi Bhagavan. I should think about you as Bhagavan. Maya means by me. Keshu Keshu Bhaveshu. So, Khatam Vidyamaham Yogin Tvam Sada Parichintayam. Keshu Keshu Bhaveshu. So, he asking me, please tell me, how do I start thinking about you? Which all ways I can start thinking about you? But though he told Bhagavan, I want Aseshena completely, he said. Okay. Now let us see what Bhagavan is going to talk. Next.
Gurumurti Mahodaya.
Yes, sir.
Vistarenatmano yogam.
Vistarenatmano yogam. Vistarenatmano yogam.
Vibhodincha janardhana.
Vibhodincha janardhana. Vibhodincha janardhana.
Vistarenatmano yogam. Vibhodincha janardhana.
Vistarenatmano yogam. Vibhodincha janardhana. Vistarenatmano yogam. Vibhodincha janardhana.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes. Bhuyah kataya triptarhi. Bhuyah. Yes, Modi.
Triptihi, he, triptirhi. So triptihi, not triptarhi, triptirhi.
Triptirhi.
Kataya triptirhi.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Bhuyah kataya triptirhi.
Just for the benefit of everybody, whenever you have the ir coming into it, the previous word is the sabda, it's a kind of noun which ends over the triptihi, then he, triptirhi. That he becomes, triptihi, then he. Okay. In that case, the colon that we put for he, so I'll show in some other shloka also. In the previous shloka also, I'll show you. What is that? Vaktum arhasya seshena. Vaktum arhasya. Okay, this is okay. You look at the second line. Yabhir vibhuti birlokan. That means yabihi vibhuti. Then it becomes yabhir vibhuti. Yabihi vibhuti become yabhir vibhuti. Then vibhutihi vibhuti, the vibhuti bihi is a full word. That's a kind of declension that we have in Sanskrit. Yabihi, vibhuti bihi. Then it becomes yabhir vibhuti bihi. Yabihi, vibhuti bihi, lokan. That becomes vibhuti bir lokan. So whenever you have that ir, that has got to be given importance because the previous one has got a colon, vibhutibihi, yabihi vibhutibihi, yabhir vibhutihi, yabhir vibhuti bhirlokan. Similarly, in this also you will find that triptihi, he, triptirhi. Okay. Bhuyah kataya triptirhi.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Bhuyah kataya triptirhi.
Shunvato nasti me mrutam.
Shrunvato nasti me mrutam. Shrunvato nasti me mrutam.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Shunvato nasti me mrutam.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Shrunvato nasti me mrutam. Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Shrunvato nasti me mrutam.
Good.
Thank
Next.
you. Mrinalini Gopalan Bagini.
Vistarenatmano yogam vibhudincha janardana.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन.
Good. Next.
Bhanureka Bagini.
Bhuyah kataya triptirhi. Shunvato nasti me mrutam.
भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम् भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bagini.
First line 2 times.
Sri Lakshmi Bagini.
Yes, ma'am. विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूय. The first line only twice, is it?
Yeah, first line twice.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bagini.
Second line 2 times.
Yes. भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम् भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bagni.
Full shloka.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगम् विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कदय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bagni.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
K. Lalita Bagni.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bagni.
Yes, sir. विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
Veena Fanishri Bagni.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bagni.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good.
Lakshmi Bibi Bagni.
विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्.
Good. Okay. So what Bhagavan says now is that, Arjuna says is that, Janardana, oh Lord Krishna, Kataya Bhuyah. Second line you got Kataya Bhuyah. Kataya means tell me. Tell me means tell me again. He says Bhuyah. So if you look at the word Bhuyah, he is telling him to tell it again. That means that he has understood what has been talked about the glories of Bhagavan in this chapter 7 in Jnana Vijnana Yoga, where Bhagavan said, no, Raso Hamapsuk Kaunteya Prabhatmi Saja Shuryoho. He said a lot of things, some 5 or 6 slokas. He had talked about his glories in the 7th chapter, certain glories he has told in the 9th chapter, which means that he has understood. If Arjuna had told, no, what are you talking about your glories? Can you tell me again? Then Krishna would have lost his, happiness. I've been telling him, teaching him so much, now he is telling again what is my glory. But luckily here Arjuna says, Bhuyah, tell me again. Kataya, please tell, Kataya Bhuyah, again tell me, Janardana, oh Krishna. What does he want to know? Atmanaha Yogam, Vistarena Atmanaha Yogam. Atmanaha Yogam means the power of the power of yourself. You are being a god. I would like to know your own powers. And what? Vibhutim. Powers as well as Vibhutim. That is the glories, your own manifestations. So I would like to know your power and your glories. Again, you please tell me, Janardana. But now, how does he want him to tell? Vistarena, in detail. He says that now again, Bhuyah, please tell me again your own glories and powers in detail. Okay. Then, Triptirhi na asti me mrutam. Shunvato, having heard so much, Tripti, that is satisfaction, na asti. He says, I am still not satisfied. Me, I am still not satisfied. Amrutam Shunvata, after listening to this beautiful nectar, it is flowing to me as a nectar. Amrutam, in this case, you take the nectar. The beautiful nectar of whatever you have been telling me is so engrossing and so, I am so involved in that. So I would like to hear from you more about this. because I'm still not satisfied and I'm eager. I'm having a nectar, and the nectar is inducing me to have more and more. So the Amritam has got two meanings in Sanskrit. One, Amritam is nectar. Nectar is that, what is that wonderful thing that you take. And other meaning is that Amritam. Amritam means the eternal. There's no end to it. Eternal is also nectar. Amritam. But again, what we can say is that by hearing this and understanding Bhagavan, which is coming to him as a kind of nectar, that is leading him to Amritam also, that is to eternity. So that is the other way of taking this also. So he says that I am still not getting satisfied. Triptihi nasti Amritam. So you please, Bhuyah Kadayah Vistarena, you please again tell me in detail your entire powers and glories, Janardana. That's what he's telling. So Arjuna is still not satisfied with whatever limited information Bhagavan has given. And Bhagavan also knows that it is impossible for him to talk about his glories. It will go on and on and on. Still, there will be certain things which will not be covered. So it is not possible. Aseshena Vaktum is not possible. It is impossible to talk about Bhagavan with completely. So he is again, as Arjuna is now telling me, please ask. So it is now, a few slokas he was praising Bhagavan. So he was just praising Bhagavan. He was doing some maskafai, he was doing some amount of maskafai. Now he is telling you, please tell me, because everything is fine. I loved your talk, everything is beautiful. I am not able to get satisfied with whatever you have told. Okay, so that's what he is now asking Bhagavan. Now what is happening? Now Bhagavan says, okay, let's start now. Yeah.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Hantate katayishyami.
Hantate kathayishyami. Hantate kathayishyami.
Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Hantate katayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Hantate kathayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah. Hantate kathayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
Pradhanyatah kuru shreshta.
Pradhanyata kuru shreshta.
Pradhanyatah kuru shreshta.
Pradhanyata kuru shreshta. Pradhanyata kuru shreshta.
Nastyanto vistarasya me.
Nastyanto vistarasya me. Nastyanto vistarasya me.
Pradhanyatah kuru shreshta. Nastyanto vistarasya me.
Pradhanyata kuru shreshta. Nastyanto vistarasya me. Pradhanyata kuru shreshta. Nastyanto vistarasya me.
Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
Hantate katayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Hantate kathayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah. Hantate kathayishyami. Divyāhyātma vibhūtayah.
Good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Pradhanyatah kuru shreshta. Nastyanto vistarasya me.
Pradhanyatah kuru shreshta. Nastyanto vistarasya me. प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bagri.
First line 2 times.
हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Okay. There was slight pause upon divya and then hyatma. You can say divya hyatma vibhutayah.
दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Full line once.
हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः.
Good. Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bagini.
Second line 2 times.
प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे. प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bagini.
Full shloka from Bhagavan Vacha.
Yes, sir. श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Oh, sorry. Veena Fani Shri Bagini. Why I'm in mute? Veena Fani Shri.
श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bagini.
श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Thank you.
Usha Srinivasan Bagini.
श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यत कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bagini.
श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. Next.
Gurumurti Mahodaya.
श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Okay. Good. Next. One more person.
K. Lalita Bagini.
श्री भगवान् उवाच हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे.
Good. So, if you look at that, Bhagavan thought that he has completed explaining about his glories in the earlier chapters and also in initial portions of the current chapter. Then again, Arjuna asks questions from the 12th sloka onwards. So, Bhagavan has listened to him and then he says, Bhagavan Uvacha, Hanta, well, he says, Hanta means well. Te katayishyami, I will tell you, I will narrate to you. So Hantate Katayishyami, well to Arjuna, I'll tell you, Divya Hi Atma Vibhutayah. I'll tell you about the divine, the glories, Atma Vibhutayah, my own glories, Atma Vibhutayah. Why? Because he is a Kurushreshta. He is the best among the Kurus. So Kurushreshta, I'll tell you. And what I'll tell you, I'll not tell Vistarena, everything I'll not tell. Aseshana is not possible. Pradanyatah, I'll tell you. Well, for this, I'll tell you some of the important things only I'll tell you. Because it is not possible for me to keep going on and on and on and on about my glories. So Pradanyatah, Kurushreshta Arjuna, Te Katayishyami, I'll tell you, Atma Vibhuteha, my own glories. Because he, because na asti antah, there is no limit. Na asti antah, nasyantah means na asti antah, there is no limit. Me vistarasya, for my manifestations. Me vistarasya, which is my manifestations. Na asti antah, there is no limit for that. So pradanyatah, whatever is very, very important, whatever is easy for you to follow, whatever is going to be very attractive to you, whatever you can gravitate towards, I'll give you a list of that. You can understand from that everything else. It is like, I'll give you a few things. It is not possible to give you everything. So that's what Bhagavan says. So now Arjuna had told that you please tell me everything. Bhagavan says, I'll tell you pradanyatah te katayishyami, I'll tell you. Okay? Because it is not possible for me to give everything. Vistarasya, me vistarasya na asti anta. It is not possible. My limit is something very, very big. So I will not be able to tell everything. So I'll tell you the important things. So we'll stop here and then we'll take it up in the next class. So that's what Bhagavan says. And then he's going to talk about next 10 to 15 slokas about various kinds of glories, which are all primarily for us. We'll be coming across these kinds of glories in our day-to-day life. And then that helps us in terms of connecting with Bhagavan. So it does not mean that we have to think of Bhagavan only when we go to a temple, those half an hour only we are going to be having the bhakti or devotion, or when you are going to be the puja room, you are going to have a devotion. But by whatever Bhagavan is going to be narrating, in all those things, it is possible to see the manifestation of Bhagavan, which means that wherever you go, you are going to a temple. Whatever you do, you find Bhagavan. When you go to a temple, you become devotee. But now, because you feel that that is the only murti where I go and then bhakti comes and you become devoted devotee. But now when everything Aneka Murti is going to talk about, wherever you go, you are going to be a devotee. Every time Satatham, you will be a devotee. Wherever, whatever you see is going to be devotee. So it is not necessary that you have to go to only temple to get that particular kind of feeling of having connection with Bhagavan or going to the puja room. Everywhere, wherever you are, you will be able to understand that I am with Bhagavan. Satatam Yuktanam. That we will be able to understand. So that is the most important things. In fact, I actually seen, I was in this particular question that came to me around 15 years ago when I was sitting in a temple. We were sitting for 2 hours of puja in one of the ashrams. That time the Swamiji came. We were all sitting for 2 hours, doing a lot of bhajans and all. He came and then he just spent a minute and then went. I said, we're all sitting, he was like this. That question was brooding in my mind for a long time. But now, if you look at the way, for them, that Murti, whatever is there, is another depiction of Bhagavan. That's it. Because they are connected to Bhagavan all the time. So it does not mean that they are going to be spending more time, because they spend everywhere they go, they are able to spend time with Bhagavan because everywhere they see. So that realization and understanding came to be at a very, very late stage. So the understanding of that is that anytime you are going to be a devotee, anything that you see is a Bhagavan. So with this, we'll close the class today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purn. I have not chanted the slokas, right? Vaktumarhasya Sheshena Divya Hyatma Vibhutayah याभिर्विभू विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्वौ व्याप्य तिष्ठसि ततो विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम् श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्त ते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ I think yesterday I confused some of you in the discussion that we had beyond this 3:15 p.m. I think if you look at that way, whether it is Dvaita or Advaita or Visishtadvaita, different schools of thought. So we can choose whichever thing is comfortable for us. Because some people may find that the teachings of Shankaracharya are more possible, more easy for them to connect with. Some people may feel that Madhvacharya's Dvaita teachings are more easy for them to connect with. Somebody may think that Ramanujacharya or Vedanta Deshika's Visishtadvaita is easy to connect with. So I may feel that these kinds of books is what is appealing to me. Somebody might find that book from some other other institutions appealing to them. So I think I made a very wrong statement yesterday. And I would like to apologize to all of you that it is not like that. Whichever way we are able to approach, it's the same. All roads lead to Rome. No, all path will lead to the same God only. So different people have different ways. Like Bhagavan himself now in this few slokas told that everybody can have their own choices, and he's trying to give different types of choices because they can pick and choose. Even when we go to restaurant, we order, somebody asks A, somebody asks B. They don't have the same